Hello guys, welcome to Dead in the Dawn. With the NFL returning to our screens this week, it also sees a return of fantasy football. So to mark the occasion, we've invited regular American football expert Chris McMahon to name his ultimate fantasy lineup. There is one stipulation to this challenge, which is you can only have one player per franchise. So Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, we can't have them both. You need to just pick one. If you think you can do better than Chris's team, pop your team in the comment section and you could be in with a chance of winning a prize at the end of the season. Details on how that all works will be explained later in this video, but until then, it's over to the man himself to reveal his team.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you've heard in Phil's introduction, I've been set my ultimate fantasy team. Can only have one player per team. It's going to be a tough one in some positions, and I'm sure NFL fans, if you're watching, you will disagree with a couple of them, but that's okay. We're all entitled to our opinions. We'd like to hear what your ultimate team would be. I believe we're going with a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex position, a kicker, and a defense. So without further ado, we'll start off with my quarterback. The quarterback I have chosen for my fantasy team will be Josh Allen. A couple of eyebrows may be raised. Why not Pat Mahomes? Remember, only one position per team. We've got a player at Kansas who will be picking further down the line, but this is about the quarterback. Josh Allen, he's one of the most entertaining quarterbacks. He's fantastic with his feet. He's got a good arm, and he's entertaining to watch. Obviously, there is a lot of, criticism that he can't go all the way, get a job done, can't beat Pat Mahomes and Kansas City and whatnot. But he's fun to watch. And as a fantasy player, he plays regularly. He gives you the running ability, the throwing ability. He's just an all-round quarterback that you need in your fantasy team. So for my position at quarterback, I'll be choosing Josh Allen. Running back 1, this is not a surprise to anyone. I'd imagine they'll be in everyone's fantasy team. Don't say much more. Quarterback 1 will be from San Francisco 49ers, Christian McCaffrey. He runs, he can catch the ball, he's got a lot of pace. He's a go-to guy, target man for San Fran, and he'll be the target man for me. As I said, you play PPR and fantasy. He gets a lot of catches, and he's just solid. We need to cherish him until he starts declining. Who knows, it could be this year, but I don't think anyone's surprised. Running back 1 for their team, and my team will be Christian McCaffrey. My RB2, going to be take a risky one, Breece Hall. And the reason being, he's young, he's explosive. He done really well last year for a team, obviously losing Aaron Rodgers' first game. I think he complements McCaffrey well. And if I was picking a fantasy, my dream team, he will be my RB2. A few eyebrows raised. There are more consistent running backs, well-known running backs, such as King Henry, Barkley, etc., etc. But I like the change-up with Breece Hall. He's catching balls at the backfield too now, which is great. And I'm looking forward to seeing his career go. So for my RB2 from the New York Jets, Mr. Breece Hall. Wide receiver 1, and probably not a surprise to any, Tyreek Hill from Miami. The cheetah, the bullet, the pace, everything, the excitement. He's just so fun to watch. He can line up anywhere, and he'll take your quickest player on, and he'll beat him. When Tua steps back and he launches that ball, 9 times out of 10, he's going for a Tyreek Hill touchdown. He's so explosive. He's so fun to watch. And yeah, it's not a surprise to many that he will be the wide receiver 1 for many teams and the wide receiver 1 for me. So wide receiver 1 will be Tyreek Hill from the Miami Dolphins. My wide receiver 2 will be CeeDee Lamb from the Dallas Cowboys. Top 5, top 3 receiver, arguably. He's definitely top 5. I don't think we can, disagree that in the chats. Dallas need him. I'm a Dallas fan. We need him big time. He's so good. He's smart. He's talented. He gets so much great separation. He's guaranteed 1,000 yards, obviously, a year if he doesn't get injured. And I like the contrast between him and Tyreek Hill. We've got a pacey bullet, Tyreek Hill downfield. CeeDee Lamb will destroy the slants. He'll be lined up in the slot. He's quick off the line. And I like the way them two complement each other. And I would love that in my fantasy team. So for my wide receiver 2 is Dallas Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb. The tight end position, he's been the best tight end for many years for me. I argue think he's the best tight end of all time. That's a debate for another day, but it's going to be no surprise. The Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce. He's been a dominant force for many, many years. Pat Mahomes' go-to guy. He's been in my fantasy team. I've been playing with my mates for years. He was going before wide receivers, like really top-end wide receivers, and that's the credit for a tight end. Like, he's been incredible. He's fun to watch. Like, he was looking out near the goal line. Is Kelce going to do one of these? The Cavs going to do one of these plays and give Kelce like the ball to run in and all that. He's fun to watch, and he deserves the title of the best tight end in the league for me. And I actually think he's the best of all time. But I'd like to know your opinions. But my tight ends will be no surprise to many. Kansas City's Travis Kelce. Flex position, I'm going to be giving this to another wide receiver. This year, he could, if we were going by the team he plays for, would say struggle. But he had Nick Mullins last year as quarterback and still did fine. That is Minnesota Vikings, Justin Jefferson. The size, the pace, the power. He's an armor-friendly defender. He's like a Calvin Johnson. You just throw him at the ball, let him make them plays. As I said, losing Kirk Cousins last year, having to deal with Nick Mullins, and then I've kind of quarterbacks that played. He still managed to have decent numbers, and there's no way I can leave him out. And especially with the pace of Tyreek Hill, the smartness of CeeDee Lamb, we've now got the size of Justin Jefferson to scare defenses. So my flex position is Justin Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings. My kicker, the most statistically successful kicker in the NFL, possibly of all time. I'm hoping I'm not going to get absolutely crucified in the comments. I believe he was, and I believe he still is. And he plays for the Baltimore Ravens, and he's so consistent, and he's so reliable, and his name is Justin Tucker. There's been no surprise. There are a few fantastic kickers out there, such as Butker, Aubrey for Dallas. Unfortunately, I've already picked a Dallas and Kansas player. So anyway, Justin Tucker was my first option for kicker. Having you chose a Baltimore player either, so this is perfect. So my kicker is for the Baltimore Ravens, the nice, consistent legend, Justin Tucker. My defense, bearing in mind I've used a Jets player, San Fran player, and Baltimore player. I'd be probably one of all my top 3 defenses, especially this season. I'm going to throw one out there, and I'm going to be going for the Philadelphia Eagles defense, and here's why. Last year they were trash from the Philadelphia Eagles defense. We know they've just brought on board as a defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, and if you know Vic Fangio, he's a very, very good defensive coordinator. Very, very strict. He's very compact. All his defenses have been fantastic. And for me, Philly are going to improve. I think they're going to win the NFC East anyway. And I feel with Vic Fangio, they're going to be a real tough team to beat. Granted, they've got to improve from last year's defense, and I'm sure with this great coach they will. So my defense will be the Philadelphia Eagles. And there we have it, guys. There is my ultimate fantasy team. If you come this far, please give us your ultimate fantasy team. The same format we've used. What would you have done different? Other positions, etc., etc. I'm definitely know that I'm more pick the Philadelphia Eagles defense. So I've been intrigued to know which defense you're going to pick.
So there we have it, guys. That was Chris's ultimate fantasy football lineup. If you think you can do better, as we mentioned earlier in the video, pop your team in the comment section, and the highest scoring team at the end of the regular season, using non-PPR scoring system, will win themselves a personalised trophy and an invitation to join us on a live show later in the year. So that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed that one. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you on the next video.